Talk about 10 reasons to consider intermittent fasting. I want you to imagine a restaurant, but not just any restaurant. This place is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Cooks are cooking, waiters are serving, customers are eating. Now, here's the question. When does the cleaning crew come in? When do they mop the floors? When do they fix the broken stove? When do they take out all of the rotting trash? Well, imagine that in this restaurant, they don't because the kitchen never stops. It just keeps producing more and more and more and more and more. And you realize what would happen. Eventually, that restaurant would become a disaster zone. There would be rats in the pantry and grease on the walls. Now, in some ways, your body might be that restaurant. If you're eating from the moment you wake up at 7 a.m. until you snack on the couch at 10 or 11 at night, your body never gets a chance to call in the cleaning crew. You're constantly processing, 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 processing more and more food. My name is Dr. Nathan Crockett. I'm a successful entrepreneur and own about 50 pieces of real estate. Today, we're talking about the ultimate factory reset for your body, intermittent fasting, and why you should consider it. It's not just a diet, it's a schedule. And for a busy professional like you, it might be the secret weapon to fixing your energy, your focus, and even perhaps your waistline. Here are 10 reasons why you need to think about closing the kitchen. Reason number one, the insulin switch, fat burning. So this is for some the holy grail, right? Trying to burn fat, something I'm working on myself. I feel a bit hypocritical because I need to lose a little bit of weight myself. Your body is like a hybrid car. It has two fuel tanks. Tank A is sugar, glucose from food. Tank B is fat or stored energy. When you eat, your hormone insulin goes up. Think of insulin as a guard dog that stands in front of your fat tank. As long as insulin is high because you just ate a bagel, the guard dog says, no, we're using the sugar tank today. Intermittent fasting, which typically is not eating for something like 16 hours, allows your insulin to drop to rock bottom. Guard dog goes to sleep. Finally, your body unlocks the fat tank. You stop running on the toast you ate for breakfast and you start running on the spare tire around your waist, right? Which is the thing that you really want to get rid of. Second reason, the Pac Man effect, autophagy. And that's kind of a fancy sounding word, right? Autophagy. It sounds complex, but it's actually really cool. It literally means self-eating. Remember the dirty restaurant when you stop eating for 16 to 18 hours, your body says, "Hey, no food's coming in. Let's clean the house." Your cells send out little cleaning crews. Think of them like Pac-Man. They go around hunting for broken proteins, old damaged cells, and microscopic junk that's clogging up your system. They eat the trash and they recycle it into new energy. That's really cool. That's something that we probably want to have happen, and that's something that fasting helps spark. It's the ultimate anti-aging hack. If you never fast, in a sense, the trash never gets taken out. Reason number three, Jedi focus, or you could just say mental clarity. Your brain tends to work better. Have you ever had the 2:30 p.m. slump? I know I have. You ate a sandwich and now you just want to nap under your desk. That's a food coma, right? Digestion takes a huge amount of blood and of energy. When you're fasting, that blood isn't stuck in your stomach, it goes to your brain. Biologically, this makes a lot of sense and is one of the great reasons why you may want to consider intermittent fasting. If a hunter gatherer was hungry, he couldn't afford to be tired, he had to be sharp to find food, right? So, fasting increases a chemical called BDNF. Think of it as miracle grow for your brain cells. You'll be sharper in your morning meetings on an empty stomach than you ever were after eating a donut. And I know donuts are delicious, but they are definitely not good for your body. Reason number four, simplicity, or think of it as decision fatigue, right? For busy professionals, we often get this curse of decision fatigue. Steve Jobs wore the same turtleneck every day so he didn't have to decide what to wear. Intermittent fasting does the same thing for food. If you skip breakfast, that's one less decision that you have to make, one less meal to prep, one less meal to clean up. Now again, consult with your doctor because for some people it's very important to eat breakfast every day, but you just bought yourself 20 minutes of extra sleep or 20 minutes to get ahead on emails. It simplifies your morning routine instantly. So, again, sometimes intermittent fasting can help with decision fatigue. Reason number five, stable energy or getting off the roller coaster, right? When you eat the standard American diet, your blood sugar spikes and then it crashes up and down, up and down, up and down. The spike of blood sugar and then the crash, the spike and then the crash, the spike and then the crash all day long. Maybe that's why you get hangry, this hunger, anger. When you fast and your body switches to burning fat, think about reason number one, it's different. Sugar burns like paper, fast and hot. Fat burns like a log, slow and steady. Once you're fat adapted, you don't get the shakes if you miss lunch. You just keep going. It's a steady stream of power. Reason number 6, the inflammation fire extinguisher. So, fasting can help lower inflammation. Do your joints hurt? Do you feel puffy? Do you have brain fog? That's often inflammation. It's your body's immune system constantly reacting to the food that you're putting in. And if you're putting in that food all day long, your immune system has to react a lot. Studies show that fasting lowers the markers of inflammation and oxidative stress. So, by giving your gut a break, you're literally putting out the fire in your body. You might find that your knees stop clicking and your skin clears up just by closing the kitchen, so to speak, and taking time to spend several hours each day where you're fasting. Reason number 7, the youth hormone HGH, right? Human growth hormone HGH. Athletes pay thousands of dollars for this stuff, sometimes even illegally. You can get it for free. When you fast, your body spikes HGH, sometimes they say by up to 500%. Well, why would it do that? Why would it produce all this extra human growth hormone? Because your body wants to preserve your muscle while you look for food. HGH protects your muscles and helps burn fat. If you're working out but not seeing results, fasting might be the hormonal kick that your body needs. Reason number 8, it saves money. This is kind of a simple one, right? It's pure economics. It's free. When you don't eat, you're not paying money on food, right? In some ways, it's better than free. It pays you. If you skip a meal every day and that meal normally costs you $5 or $12 or $20, that adds up. Even $5 a day is nearly $1,000 a year, right? That you save just by not eating. Use that money to buy a nicer steak for dinner if you were skipping breakfast or lunch. But be careful about not eating too late. That's not very good for you either, is it? Reason number 9, resetting your taste buds. Food often tastes better. There's a saying that hunger is the best sauce. When you eat every 3 hours, you're never really hungry. You're just appetized. When you break a 16-hour fast, a simple apple tastes like the most delicious candy on earth. You stop craving the fake processed junk food and start appreciating real food again. Why? Because you gave your mind and body kind of space to step back and think about it. Reason number 10, discipline, right? You wanna be the boss of your life. We live in a world where we're told, "If you want it, buy it. If you crave it, eat it." Fasting is a way of training your mind. It's you telling your stomach, "I'm the boss. You don't control me. I'm not controlled by my appetites. I control you." That mental toughness translates to your job, your parenting, in many ways, just the rest of your life. So here's the challenge. You don't have to go crazy. You can start with 16-8. You stop eating at 8 p.m., you sleep, you skip breakfast, and you start eating at noon. Give your body a break. Let the cleaning crew come in. Let your body do its work to start fixing things. You don't wanna be like that restaurant that never shuts down and just becomes a total, absolute mess. I hope this video was helpful to you. If so, maybe give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't, or share the video with a friend. Thanks so much for your time. I hope you have a wonderful day. Again, intermittent fasting isn't for everyone. I'm not like an ultimate health guru. It's just something I found to be helpful at times and thought I would share it with you. Again, consult with your doctor before making any major life changes. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.